So, if you're into VFX, or possibly you're looking for add-ons that you can use for VFX simulations, create amazing stuff, then this video is for you. More so, the Blender Super Hype sale is running out, and this is a wonderful opportunity for you to get these add-ons for 25% off. And with that said, we're going to come through a couple of interesting VFX related add-ons. Starting off with OCD. OCD, which is a one-click damage add-on, is an interesting add-on that allows you to easily fracture your 3D models in Blender. This tool is pretty impressive, the way it works and how it gives you control over the fractures. And speaking about fracture, there's a couple of fracture tools that exist for Blender, and one of the most renowned one is from the folks at B3FX with the RBD Lab 1.5. Now, RBD Lab is known by everyone as a wonderful tool that you can use to do your fractures quickly and easily, and it's by far one of the coolest tools that you can use to achieve amazing realistic fractures. Of course, there are also interesting fracture tools that exist, which also includes the fracture iterator, and this is also another interesting fracture tool that you can simply come through and check out. This also works real time, comes with a couple of preset modes which you can simply work with, offers some dynamic fracturing on the current frame, and also keeps the previous dynamic fracture, and the brand new update offers even more control for parts of the model that you're trying to fracture and the fracture result overall. PictoFilmo also has a couple of other fracturing tools that he has made before, and they include Kaboom, which is a beautiful fracturing tool that you should definitely check out if you're looking for a fracture tool that simply fractures, animates, bakes, and produces amazing looking debris and smoke effect. And this tool in itself is also another beautiful one that PictoFilmo has put together that you might definitely like. It comes with a couple of interesting parameters and tools that can definitely get you going, and it is one cool tool to explore. Interestingly, PictoFilmo has also made the noisy cutter. For those who are thinking about breaking or just simply getting shards of different kinds of pieces, this is one nice tool that you might want to consider looking at, as it just simply offers you automatic cutting, and yes, it also has its own set of tools that can allow you create fracture on simple objects easily and quickly. So this one is for very simple object. You've got this other one for extremely complex objects, and then we have the fracture iterator, which is for semi-complex object that you can work with. And they've got some vehicle rigging animation tool that also exists as well, called Rika. This is possibly going to be in a different video altogether, and they've also got some motion graphic tools as well. The fracture mod is also very cool. Albedo FX has actually put this one together, and this is for like very simple fractures. You know, the UI is pretty simple, how you work with it is also pretty simple. Fracture volume from CG Matter is also another interesting one, pretty easy to work with, pretty procedural as well. It's got some stuff going for it. Again, you can come through, see this one for yourself. There's also the procedural mesh, and this is from 3DC, and this one just simply uses curves or weight paint to fracture your 3D model. It's also a very impressive one that you might want to consider checking out. For those who are thinking about surface stuff as well, we've also got the surface fracture, and we've got this one from Up Channel 1-on-1. Now, the cool thing with this one is this doesn't really fracture building. This creates procedurally destroyed buildings. So if you're looking for like a building generator that can generate procedurally destroyed buildings and stuff, you can actually come through and check it out. It's got a couple of things going for it. We'll come back to this in a bit. Chaos is also another nice one. It's pretty cool for destruction, and Chaos as well, just like Kaboom, comes with a ton of things. But the cool thing with this one is you can set up several detonators and use that to create some kind of explosion, and depending on the kind of thing that you're trying to create, these are right here. Now, if you're just thinking about ripping things apart, fracturing things like ripping them apart like cloth stuff, the Cloth FX is a dynamic cloth tearing tool, and this is also available. It's pretty nice cool stuff for anyone that's thinking about, you know, tearing stuff apart. That is a beautiful tool that I will definitely suggest that you check out. There are some cloth stuff tools that are right here. Simply Cloth is available. You know, you can use this, create clothes however you want. It's got a pack as well, so if you're looking for packs that you can use to do cool stuff, you can definitely find this one right here. And if you're looking for like a much more simpler way of creating stuff like cloth, of course, we've also got the Divine Cut, which is a smart cloth generator, and this comes with a lot of things as well, but maybe not as much as Simply Cloth, but this comes with a lot of cool stuff that you may want to consider checking out. Now, of course, if you like to add up a few more things to sort of bring your scene to life a little bit more, you can consider checking out some effects stuff as well. and there is a ton of effect stuff that currently exists. Most of these ones are like one-click effect stuff. We've got this one from Miyu. This is also available for sale as well. You can come through, check it out. Silent Shorty is also putting out his Blender Dynamic FX Essential Pack as well. This is also another impressive one. Allows you just create like fire effect, weather effects, particle effect, and so on. You can see these ones. Beautiful stuff. If you're into motion graphic style stuff, or maybe you just want to get some very stylized fracturing or stylized stuff like this, you would find this one super useful. There's also the Explode FX, which is the Fire Explode Smoke VDB assets from the folks at Black Death Studios. And this is huge. This is more of an asset pack that offers a ton of effects that you can use for your VFX stuff. So whether you're looking for like fires, ambers, smokes and stuff like that, you can definitely come through and check it out. This is what the default shader looks like, and this is what the Explode FX shader looks like. This comes with over 370 plus assets, huge stuff for both static fires, static smokes, and of course you've also got some cyclones, some thrust, all that beautiful stuff. The folks at True VDB also have a magic pack that you can also explore with. And again, these packs are available for you to create some very interesting visual stuff. These are also VDB packs, beautiful ones, fully animated. You would love it. There's also the VDB Forge Smoke and Dust, which is also pretty cool. Now, this tool from folks at CGI Forge is one of the so many tools that they've got. This comes with 100 plus simulated VDBs, and it is quite interesting what you can do with this type of stuff, especially if you like to mix both static stuff that you've got from the Explode FX and of course the one that you've got from the folks at VDB Forge. So these are pretty cool VDB packs that you can get. All of these VDB packs are currently available on sale right now, and you can go through and check it out. RealFire is another interesting one. Already, RealFire has been doing a couple of discounts, and now you'll be getting it for 25% off. So there is a 30% discount. I'm going to put that in the description for you to check it out. However, just simply get this for 25% off, and you will be happy you did, because this comes with some amazing fire VDBs that are pretty impressive. They run all the way to 200 frames, which is nice, and are fully customizable. It's got some stuff going for it. You can see what the noise shape looks like and what the primary fire looks like. Pretty cool stuff. Now you see it cycles, EV, nice cool stuff. You can see no detail and detail, high quality stuff. You can definitely check this one out and see what you can get with it. Now with all of this VDB set, let's talk about some more trail-like motion FX stuff, which is currently available. So there is this one from the folks at Motion Dream, and it is called Trail FX version 2. It is nice, really nice, because it now has a good number of sprites, liquid effects, emitters, all that stuff. Version 2 has been heavily updated. We did put out a community post about this one just in case you missed it. I'm possibly going to put up another one just in case you want to see it. So these are pretty cool stuff for creating those trails that you want. So whether it's a blood trail, or maybe you just want an effects trail when a character swings or moves, or dashes, you can have that there. The mesh trail is also another nice one from Dylan Gu. These are the folks that are currently working on the new MPR style stuff in Blender. So if you want to check out some of the tools that they've got here, you can see this one right here. And this comes with both animated trail emitters, and of course this uses some impressive shaders to get things going. You can find out more about this by simply using the link in the description and checking this one out. We've also got the Trail FX from Edwin Webby. It's also another nice, cute and simple to use tool, and this basically works more with you defining some curves, putting out some patterns, and of course this has a couple of presets that you can work with and create amazing stuff with. Auto Trail is another nice tool that is pretty dope for anyone that is just looking for some set of presets that they can customize, tweak, and start creating trails. So all of these trail tools are available on Superhive, and I'll do my best to put a link in the description that can bring you to finding them and seeing what they can offer before you make a purchase. And before we move on to the other stuff, let's talk a bit about water effect, as the folks at Lazy 3D have created amazing water effect, and these are both real-time stuff and stuff that you can use for your VFX. So if you're just looking for like a water cascade simulation, or maybe you're looking for like a water generator with physics and collision, all that stuff, you'll definitely find this here. More so, you can take a look at their bestseller Blender add-on bundle, which would offer you about $135 off. And this is currently doing a 55% offer, and it's coming with a ton of things. from the physical weather, which can be pretty cool, to the physical water FX Deluxe, which is also very nice, all the way to the water tool that we just talked about, and a lot more. And speaking about water stuff, if you're just looking for water stuff, the physical ocean water is a pretty cool one. This is from the folks at the VFX Addon, and there is just a ton of things that you can get out of this one. There's also the flip fluid for those that are into simulation. Possibly you want to get some fluid simulation, water simulation, blood simulation, all of that effect stuff. You definitely find this one pretty useful, as it also offers white water effect, high viscosity effect, surface tension and sheeting, and a whole lot more. So if you're into liquid simulation, this is possibly your best bet, especially if you're looking for something that offers hyper-realistic simulation. And speaking about simulation, there's also the cell fluid, which is a beautiful 2.5D simulation tool. And this offers high-level simulation for realistic fluids. But the cool thing that just makes this one stand out is, contrary to getting the full 3D simulation effect, this uses a 2.5D simulation effect to make this possible. And version 2.0 comes with resolution control, improved material and texture, curve guide, ocean blending, new shader and sample materials like lava, stylized water, oil, and juice. And I believe you'll definitely find working with this one super useful. One that I've already played with on the channel severally, which you might definitely want to see, is Fluid Painter. And the idea behind Fluid Painter is for you to simply sketch on the 3D model and automatically create fluids. So if you just want to place fluids on your model, possibly, you just want to paint these fluids, you can do that. And this new version now comes with drop timeline loops, which is something that you can find here. And there's a drop start and drop finish feature that now comes with this as well. So you can also scatter stuff across your scene. There's some advanced parameters and stuff. And this is simple. And there is now a long list of presets that you can explore with, which might come in very handy if you're trying to create any of these fluid materials. There's also the Fluid Lab, which is beautiful, and Fluid Lab also offers a ton of impressive features as well, very similar to what the folks at RBD have done with the RBD Lab. And of course, this tool is also from the folks at RBD Lab, and this offers a good number of features too. So we've talked about this other cool tool as well, and talked about the fact that you can create things like sand particles with it, you can mix multiple viscosity and get some interesting results. At the same time, you also have some impressive looking interactions that has to do with splitting, tearing, all that stuff. You will find the Fluid Lab a wonderful tool if you're into very complex fluid that requires containers, or maybe it requires mixing, blending, and overall interaction with various other materials alike. The folks at Blender Procedural also have some nice effects stuff, and to say the least, you'll find a lot of these things as a bundle pack that they now offer, and these simulation stuff are now available here in this bundle pack. And this might come in handy for you, if you're looking for stuff that you can use to create nice looking wakes. Maybe you're into rigid body simulation, you're into some effects like this. This pack is fully loaded with a ton of things, and it is pretty nice. All of these are fully procedural. You can also find some stuff like the underwater caustics from Smiles. This is also another interesting one if you're trying to create such effect. If you're also looking for like a library of water assets, there's also this one as well, which is pretty cool. Now, if you're looking for like buildings that you can work with, potentially you like to create buildings, you like to create environments, cities, buildings, maybe stuff that you might want to consider doing some fractures, maybe throwing in a bit of chaos in there, having some nice buildings, having some, procedurally destroyed buildings in there, depending on what you're trying to create. Of course, if you're looking for city or building generators, there's a couple of them. ICT 1.4, recently updated, amazing stuff. We are definitely going to talk about this one in a different video, but this is a beautiful tool that you might want to consider taking a look at. It's got a lot of things going for it. We did share a few of this stuff on the channel's post, so simply keep an eye there. We get to share a couple of new add-ons and stuff right there. So this is pretty cool. If you're looking for something like that, go for it. There's also the city generator, which is also very, very, very nice. So these at the same time, it's pretty cool. Same principles like what we've got with ICT. And of course, you can also find this one pretty impressive to work with. We've covered a couple of videos about this one in the channel, so you can go ahead and check it out. This comes with the traffic system, some automatic night light scene, and night lighting is also available with this one. And of course, these are pretty cool. Urbaniac City Gen is also another impressive one. Urbaniac has a couple of nice things. So if you are looking for, you know, an asset pack that comes with a lot of things, then Urbaniac is definitely your guy. Go check him out. If you're looking for something that looks like straight up from a Google map or stuff like that, then you might want to consider taking a look at the folks at B Production. They've got the cityscape. And of course, there is even a lot more when it comes to individual building generation that you can find. Some other interesting add-ons that you might want to also consider checking out is FlaxFlow. FlaxFlow is wonderful when it comes to shot tracking. So if you're into shot tracking, or maybe you like to match the plates which you're working with, then you can definitely rely on a tool like this. So this is it. The Blender summer sale is running out, and there is a ton of things that you might want to consider checking out. I'm also going to put a couple of links in the description because there's a ton of other nice, cool effects like stuff that are currently available that you might want to consider exploring, especially if you're into VFX and stuff like that. So this is it. Tell me what you guys think about this one in the comment section. And of course, if you like this video or you learned something from this, you can go ahead and give a like, and don't forget to share with a friend. And until I see you guys in the next one, peace.